If you take the nutrients I recommend, you shouldn't experience any issues during your fast. Now, what can you drink while fasting? You can enjoy tea, preferably naturally decaffeinated varieties. I personally drink a lot of tea, and it's perfectly fine since it contains almost no calories. You can also have a small amount of coffee in the morning if you like. Just make sure it's black. Avoid adding cream, sugar, or any artificial sweeteners. You can also drink water with a squeeze of lemon. The calorie content is minimal and won't break your fast. However, I don't suggest adding apple cider vinegar because it's acidic, and during fasting, your stomach acid levels are already concentrated, which might cause discomfort. To enhance the benefits of a prolonged fast, I like to include certain activities. Spending time in the sun and taking long walks in nature are both excellent. I also use heat therapy, such as saunas, hot baths, or jacuzzis, and sometimes alternate with cold exposure, like an ice bath or cold shower. I may also do one high-intensity interval training height session during a 5-day fast, keeping it short but very intense. These controlled stressors help boost the overall positive effects of fasting. You can take some supplements during the fast since most contain negligible calories. The exception would be collagen, which I don't recommend during fasting. If you feel you need additional support, a small amount of bone broth can help. It's a better option for easing through any difficult moments. By day 2, your body begins to enter deeper ketosis. So what exactly is ketosis? It's the state in which your body burns fat for fuel instead of glucose. Ketosis brings a wide range of benefits, with one of the biggest being enhanced brain function. You'll notice sharper focus, improved concentration, and mental clarity. Ketones also act as natural antidepressants, lifting your mood and boosting motivation. On day 2, as ketosis increases, hunger continues to fade, and your body activates an incredible process known as autophagy. Autophagy is your body's internal recycling system. It takes old, damaged, or unnecessary cellular components and repurposes them into fuel or raw materials to build new, healthy cells. Essentially, your body becomes its own cleanup crew, breaking down broken proteins and regenerating new tissue. This cellular renewal process is one of the most powerful benefits of fasting, helping to repair, restore, and rejuvenate your body from the inside out. This is why fasting acts as a powerful anti-aging tool. It can literally help your body grow younger from the inside out. So, by day 3, you've entered a state of deep ketosis. At this point, your brain is functioning at its best and feels incredibly energized. Your body's primary fuel source has now shifted almost completely to ketones. Some people mistakenly believe that ketones are just a backup fuel when glucose runs out, but that's completely false. In reality, ketones are the body's preferred and most efficient energy source. When someone's system has been damaged by excessive sugar consumption, ketones can actually help repair and restore healthy function. By day 3, this deeper level of ketosis brings noticeable benefits: improved brain performance, an elevated mood, and even feelings of euphoria. You'll likely feel calm, focused, and mentally sharp. This happens because your body begins producing BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. BDNF plays a vital role in stimulating the growth of new brain cells, enhancing learning ability, and increasing overall cognitive power. Personally, when I fast for 3 days, I find my mind crystal clear, my thoughts flow effortlessly, and my creativity peaks. Interestingly, once I eat again, that mental clarity slightly fades. Research shows that by day 3, BDNF can increase anywhere from Bifinger Sisser up to Bifinger Seebi. depending on the individual. At this stage, you also enter what's known as deep autophagy, a more advanced phase of cellular renewal. While regular autophagy breaks down and recycles damaged parts of cells, deep autophagy goes further. It targets the mitochondria, the tiny energy factories inside each cell. Most chronic diseases are linked to damaged mitochondria, and fasting helps clear out these dysfunctional components. Since many chronic illnesses, including cancer, stem from mitochondrial damage, this process offers massive long-term benefits. Even if you don't have symptoms now, fasting can help your body clean up early-stage cellular issues long before they develop into disease. Deep autophagy also helps remove old intracellular pathogens such as the Epstein-Barr virus, bacteria, fungi, and mold that can linger inside cells and weaken the body over time. By clearing out this cellular debris, fasting strengthens your immune system dramatically. Around the Tishjar hour mark day 3, your body essentially performs a full immune system reset, refreshing white blood cells and enhancing your body's ability to defend and heal itself. During fasting, your old and damaged white blood cells are broken down and recycled, allowing your body to build an entirely new immune system from scratch. The thymus gland, located above the heart, plays a key role in this process. It's the training center for your T cells, the soldiers of your immune defense. Normally, as you age, this gland shrinks and becomes less active, but fasting can actually help regrow and rejuvenate it. At the same time, your stem cells, the body's raw, undifferentiated cells that can transform into any type of cell, become more active and resilient. These stem cells usually remain dormant, waiting for signals that the body needs regeneration. When you fast, their capacity to renew and multiply begins to rise. However, the most powerful activation happens after you refeed. Once the fasting period ends, that's when your body fully unleashes a wave of new immune cells, essentially rebooting your immune system. It's similar to exercising intensely. When you push your muscles to failure, the real benefits like strength and growth come after recovery, not during the workout itself. Fasting works the same way. The longer 5-day fast creates a stronger rebound effect when you start eating again, amplifying healing, repair, and regeneration. Now let's talk about your gut lining, another major area that benefits from fasting. Your digestive tract spans about Arthur's T feet and is lined with an extremely thin, one-cell thick barrier. This layer replaces itself every 2 days. Since you've gone several days without eating, your gut finally gets a break. It's not being constantly stressed by digestion or exposed to inflammatory foods. For the first time, your digestive system gets a chance to clean out, heal, and rebuild itself naturally. Most people never experience this because they're always eating, often consuming foods that irritate the gut and trigger inflammation. But during a fast, that cycle stops, allowing the gut lining to repair and strengthen. By day 3, you'll also experience a major surge in growth hormone, of the body's most important hormones for repair and preservation. Growth hormone not only supports fat burning and cell regeneration, but also protects your muscles during fasting, ensuring that your body maintains strength while it heals and rejuvenates. That's why you won't wither away after 5 days of fasting. Growth hormone, which helps children grow, serves a different but equally vital purpose in adults. It works as a powerful anti-aging and regenerative hormone, helping you stay youthful and strong. By day 4, your body reaches peak fat burning mode and your hunger completely disappears. You're no longer interested in food, you simply don't care about eating. It might sound impossible to feel full without eating anything, but that's because your body is already being fed. You're continuously burning and eating your own fat stores, and this process is so efficient that your energy remains stable and your appetite vanishes. Most people find that by day 2, hunger has already started to fade. By day 3, it's almost gone. And by day 4, it's completely absent. Your body is running on pure internal fuel. Now there's one thing to keep in mind. If you're under emotional or physical stress, your body releases cortisol, which can slightly raise blood sugar and trigger hunger. If that happens, a simple remedy is to drink bone broth. It contains amino acids that help stabilize your system and make you feel calm and nourished without breaking the fast significantly. Bone broth can be a real game changer for anyone struggling to get through the tougher moments of a longer fast. What's really happening by day 4 is profound. Your body is in full repair and optimization mode, activating a range of survival and longevity pathways. Protective genes are being switched on, helping your body become more resilient and efficient. One major effect is the activation of your antioxidant networks. While food-based antioxidants are helpful, your body also produces its own, and fasting significantly boosts this internal antioxidant production, giving you deeper, at the same time, your gut microbiomes, the community of trillions of bacteria in your digestive system, begins to transform. These microbes become more diverse and adapt, just as microorganisms in nature evolve to survive through seasons of scarcity and abundance. Fasting mimics that natural rhythm, strengthening your microbial ecosystem and supporting long-term digestive and immune health. Our bodies operate much like nature. When food is scarce, they adapt, becoming far more efficient at conserving fuel and recycling resources. During fasting, this adaptability strengthens every system in the body. One of the biggest benefits is that your hormonal system becomes more sensitive, meaning your hormones start functioning more effectively and in better balance. However, it's normal for certain hormones to temporarily shift during an extended fast. For example, sex hormones and even the menstrual cycle may pause as the body wisely prioritizes survival over reproduction. Similarly, thyroid hormone levels may slightly decrease, not due to dysfunction, but as a natural adjustment to reduced food intake. Once you begin eating again, these systems reactivate and return to normal. By day 4, autophagy reaches its peak. Your body's cells aggressively target and eliminate precancerous cells, damaged tissues, and even brain plaque buildup. Microbes and waste materials are cleared out, inflammation plummets, and nearly every system in your body begins to function better. You're now deep into the most powerful phase of cellular repair and regeneration. Then comes day 5, where all of these benefits continue to build. However, this is also the point when you begin refeeding, and it must be done carefully. After 5 days of rest, your digestive system has been in sleep mode, so it needs to be reawakened gradually. Jumping straight into a large meal can overwhelm your stomach and make you feel nauseous or bloated. Instead, start small, about 1/4 of your normal meal size. You might begin with a soft-boiled egg and a bit of sauerkraut, then wait a couple of hours. Follow that with something gentle like a soup, avocado, or a handful of berries and nuts. Keep your portions light and easy to digest for at least a couple of days before reintroducing full meals. Avoid sugar and refined carbohydrates during this phase, as they can spike insulin and undo some of the benefits you've built. Instead, nourish your body with bone broth, which provides amino acids, minerals, and hydration without burdening your digestion. As you begin eating again, your body enters a massive rebuilding phase. This is where the real transformation happens. Fasting activates repair, but refeeding activates growth. Supplying your body with high-quality, nutrient-dense foods like grass-fed beef or lamb, pasture-raised organic eggs, and clean organic produce amplifies the results dramatically. Once this 5-day process is complete, you'll notice profound improvements across your body. Your skin, muscles, joints, and brain will all feel renewed, vibrant, and stronger than before. As mentioned at the start of this discussion, fasting activates specific genes that would otherwise remain dormant, genes responsible for powerful cellular protection and repair. These include genes that safeguard your DNA, shield your mitochondria from damage, and preserve your neurons for optimal brain health. Without fasting, these protective pathways stay inactive, meaning your body never fully accesses its built-in mechanisms for deep healing and longevity. There truly isn't a more effective natural method to enhance overall health than a prolonged fast. It triggers biological processes that no supplement or treatment can replicate. However, it's essential to build up gradually before attempting a longer fast. The best way to do that is by first practicing intermittent fasting, which conditions your metabolism and prepares your body for extended fasting periods safely and effectively. To learn exactly how to start and structure intermittent fasting, be sure to explore the detailed guide in the next video. It covers everything you need to know to begin this transformative journey the right way.